Hi, I'm Gina. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. These series of videos I call Let's Talk Mental Illness. And I usually speak to those of us who are diagnosed with mental illness, but this segment today is especially for the friends and family members of those who have people with mental illness in their family or their friends, someone that they care about, and that you're willing to and want to try and help this individual. It's important for the family and friends to try and understand this, as well as those of us with mental illness. I want to start by saying that I am not a mental health professional. I am a consumer, which means I have been diagnosed with mental illness pretty much all of my life. I deal with several different diagnoses, and I have a lifelong history of experience of dealing with this. I also ran a support group for several years for DBSA, the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance, and I was doing that for about 5 years, and I was able to go to conferences and training courses to learn a lot about mental illness and treatments, how it presents itself. Some of it was for friends and family members to help them to cope with living with this daily. It's a lot different on the other side of the fence. You have to deal with it differently. Those of us that are diagnosed with mental illness, it's hard for us to understand what you go through on the other side. But since we go through it ourselves, a lot of times we will have segments of clarity to where we can say, you know, I can't believe I did this. I'm so sorry. We'll go back and apologize if we've hurt somebody's feelings or stepped out of line. And I just have some advice to give to those who are family and friends of those of us who have mental illness. First thing that I'd like to say is thank you. A lot of people with mental illness do not have much of a support system. A lot of our family and friends just don't understand the mental illness, and they may end up being hurt, ashamed, whatever. They just don't want to deal with it and they walk away. And that happens with a lot of our friends and family members, and that has certainly happened to me. So I want to say thank you for those of you who are watching this now as a friend or family member of someone who is diagnosed with mental illness, and you're willing to see this through to help take care of them and to try to understand them. And I took some notes down here. So I have information and suggestions for the friends and family. First of all, what you should do. First thing is to have patience. That this person, you know, we didn't choose this. A lot of the time, we really don't have control over what we do because it is in our brain, and our brain controls so much of what our body does, including our behavior. And that's why sometimes this is called behavioral health issues, because it does present itself in behavior. The next one is support and love. If you are in this for the long haul, especially if you're like a parent and you know you love your child so much, I can say that my children have had difficulties, and just the support and love to let them know that you are here, that you do love them no matter what. That's very important for those of us dealing with mental illness to hear from people that we love. If we ask to be alone for a while, there's something we're dealing with and we really don't want to bring anybody else into the picture. If we specifically say, you know, hey, I really need to be alone for a while to deal with this, then by all means, please respect their wishes. Give them some time and space. What I suggest is maybe sending a text every now and then saying, you know, I love you, I'm worried about you, I just want to make sure you're okay. I'm here for you. Just a simple, quick text like that, and we would no doubt reply with thank you or whatever. And that will let us know also that you are still supporting us and you still love us no matter what. But if you do feel like they're in a crisis situation and you know that they really need help, that's when you need to step in. And I do have some ideas here later on in the video to help you with that. For yourself, this is difficult for you. I know that this is very, very difficult for you to handle, and it's a lot for you to put on your shoulders. But one way you can help your loved one is education and information. The more you can learn and understand about their illness, the more that you can help them, to provide help for them, to suggest help for them, and to better understand what they're going through. There are tons of websites with phone numbers, and you can Google certain their diagnosis to learn more about that. And there is an organization called NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness, and they have a large section of information specifically for family and friends. I will scroll some of that across the bottom of this screen, and be sure to check the description box in this video and all of my videos where I have useful information with websites and phone numbers. Like I was saying before, take some time for yourself. This is stressful. You're being a caregiver. Even if you're not living with them, that's basically what you're doing, is you are being the caregiver. This can be stressful on you. I understand this, and most people understand this. Do stuff for yourself. Help yourself to de-stress, to relax, calm down. Maybe take some walks in the park just to enjoy nature, get in the fresh air to clear your head, and only focus on what is around you. If you are into yoga or Tai Chi, that's a good thing to get into, that it takes your mind off of everything that's going on around you and concentrate on yourself and your inner self and how you're dealing with things. A weekend getaway. You know, if you've really had it and it's been a really bad week and you feel like your loved one will be fine without you for a while, take a weekend getaway. You know, even if it's like me right now, I'm in a hotel. I have roommates and I have to take time for myself. I never have privacy. So when I got my stimulus check, I promised myself that I would do this. So I'm in a hotel room all by myself for a couple days, and I am enjoying it. And I'm making a couple videos because this is what I enjoy doing. And relaxation. Be sure to just relax. You know, lay down in the middle of the afternoon and just clear your mind. Put on some soft music, whatever it is that can do to help relax you. I know that there are also areas on the internet where you can find breathing exercises and relaxation techniques. There are all kinds of apps that have like guided meditation. I have one of those. There are some that have relaxation music and sounds. Those help me as well, and I'm sure that they would help you. But since you are trying to take care of someone else, you need to take care of yourself first. That's what's most important. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. My psychiatrist had to tell me this all the time when my kids were little. They were like, Gina, you need to take care of yourself first, because if you're not well, you can't take care of anybody else, and that includes your kids. So that's a hard lesson learned for me. Also is to have handy phone numbers for crisis and support. This way, if you feel like your loved one is in crisis, you'll know who you can reach out to and who they can reach out to. But always, if you feel like they are in serious, dire straits, And in crisis, the first thing you should do if you seriously believe that they're going to hurt themselves or someone else is to call 911 for them, and let them come to the house. You can go to the house with them, but that's just showing love. If they get upset, they get upset. It's better to be safe than sorry if you really feel that it's that serious. And I will supply lots of information in my description box, and I will scroll some across the screens here. I'm trying to speed up and save some time here. What not to do. Sometimes a lot of people, especially if they don't understand the illness, they'll say things like, why are you depressed? And with depression, it's a chemical imbalance. We don't have to have a reason, a specific reason or event to be depressed. It just happens. I can be like this, alone, having, a good time, enjoying myself. This happened last night. And I was listening to music, and there was one song that for some reason just ripped my heart out. And I just started bawling for no reason. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. I'm taking time for myself, but I had a moment there to where I had no control. I just broke down crying. And it's not fun for us, and it just really puts more stress on us if people are saying, why? Why are you depressed? You have a great life. You have a great kid. You got a house. You got a job. You got this, that, or the other. You have no reason to be depressed. No, that's not a good thing to do. I'm sorry, I'm going to raise this. It keeps lowering. Also to say, just get over it. Some people say, pull up your big girl panties. Suck it up. Go on. This is life. You need to go on with life. And tell them that the situation they're in is their fault. It very well could be that we had a moment to where we did not have clear thinking, and we've done things. I've been there. I've done things that were either inappropriate or were dangerous or just stupid. Don't be pointing fingers at us and saying, well, you did this to yourself. This is your own fault. Because again, it's a chemical imbalance in our brain. It's no different than heart disease, diabetes. Those things they're chemicals. They affect chemicals in your body and the way that your body reacts and behaves and the health of it. Let's see. But at the other hand, don't try to push them into getting serious help if they're just having a bad day and you don't feel they're handling things right. Don't try to push them and say, well, you need to go to the hospital. I've had people tell me that. Just call 911, call the hospital. That's where you need to be. I can't deal with this. No, that's not the right thing to do. That will help no one. The only way you should do that is calmly and lovingly if you do feel like they're going to hurt themselves. If you have no doubt in your mind that they're going to hurt themselves, then lovingly say, we need to take care of this. I'm going to touch again on the NAMI, Family and Friends. They have great organizations. Back before COVID, they had seminars that they would give, and all of this is free. I just checked out their website to see if they are having those seminars. Excuse me. And I don't believe that they are, but they do have what they call a companion ebook. It provides information about mental health conditions and diagnosis, treatment, recovery, crisis planning, resources, and you can download for free in multiple languages the whole ebook or as a PDF file. So I will leave that information going across the screen here while I'm talking, and I will also leave it in the descriptions. I'm trying to figure out how to wrap this up because I usually am talking to people who are actually diagnosed. The only thing I can really touch on to stress for you is to be loving. If you love them, be loving. Don't be finger pointing. Don't lose your patience. I know it's going to happen, but try your hardest not to. Just try to get the head knowledge, to understand, to learn, to have empathy. You know, you love this person, you want to be in their life, and you feel helpless, like there's nothing you can do, but there are things that you can do. And again, I'm going to stress going to NAMI to get information from them. Also, a phone number I'm going to give you right now if you feel like, hang on just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to get another piece of paper. I'm going to scroll across the screen like I do with the regular people who are diagnosed on my regular videos. The Suicide Prevention Hotline, it is free 24/7. They are professionals. They are there to help in a suicide crisis. You can call for your loved one. They will direct you on ways that you can help. And even if you're with that person, that you can call for them and have them talk to them. And also there is a warm line that you can chat and text with people if you're not comfortable actually speaking with someone. And I have been horrible about giving out the wrong text number, and I apologize. I just looked it up again when I was getting ready to do this webcast, and I've been giving the wrong number. You want to text 741-741. That's not the number that I've been giving all the other people, and I apologize. I went ahead and went back to all my other videos and changed it in the descriptions, so those will be correct. Again, just be loving, try to be understanding, learn as much as you can, and just be there for them. And I'll stress again to look into NAMI because they have a lot of information. If you just go to NAMI.org, NAMI.org, they have a wealth of information for consumers as well as family and friends. And I think I will end with that. I always leave it up to the people that watch this to contact me by email if you have any questions or concerns. Just want to vent, get things off of your mind, so I will put my email address across the screen here. And I guess I will go for now. So if you felt this was informative, please be sure to like my video, and that way if you would like to come back to it, you'll be able to find it on your YouTube page to be able to come back to it. Also, if you subscribe to this channel, then you can be reminded whenever I have new videos, and then you can go just to my channel and see all the various videos that I have put up. And I do hope that this was helpful for you and beneficial. I am here to help people. Like I said, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm just someone who has lived with this. I have head knowledge, I have compassion, and I genuinely want to help people. So I hope that you come back and see me again. At this point, I will say God bless, have a fantastic day, and until we see you again, bye-bye.